Two teams in the Big 12 are still undefeated in league play. After tonight, there will only be one. West Virginia clashes with number 17, Texas Tech, inside Hope Coliseum. West Virginia in white, Texas Tech in red, underway at Hope Coliseum. The winner stands alone in first place in the Big 12. Starting five for Texas Tech, the same as it's been all season. And on that first possession, the Lady Raiders turned it over just 9 seconds into the game. Jalen Bristow, Hema Nunez, Danae Fritz, Sarah Sanugu, and Bailey Maupin starting five for the Lady Raiders. For West Virginia, starting five is Gia Cook, Sydney Shaw, Jordan Harrison, Mimi Wheeler, and Carter McCray. Entry pass from Wheeler to McCray, and she opens the scoring. Ball fake, almost lost it to Fritz. Nunez, three to shoot. Nunez puts it up and missed everything. Two possessions, two turnovers in the first minute.
They need to get to the free throw line. If they get to the free throw line more than 187 times more than their opponent, so that they got to be aggressive and get there, and they need to establish a paint presence early, which you've seen from the first two possessions they have.
Interior pass to Bristow. That is a great feed inside. Harrison, 6 to shoot, gives it to Sydney Shaw. Now Wheeler to Harrison. Shaw for three. Off the mark. Rebound Jordan Harrison. Great feed to McCray. She gets the foul.
Get in the paint, get those boards, and get to the free throw line.
Foul is on Sanugu. That's her first. It was a warning previously. Meg, you mentioned it about free throw shooting. The Mountaineers take a ton of free throws, but Coach Kellogg hasn't exactly been pleased with the free throw shooting percentage. Just 70 on the year as McCray goes 1 for 2 on West Virginia's first trip to the line.
Yeah, they have to make that consistent. If you're going to get there, you got to make teams pay for that. Otherwise, you're just getting there and it's just slowing down the game, and you're getting some teams in foul trouble, sure, but you've got to turn those into points when you're struggling offensively, especially in Big 12 play.
Jada Malone just entered the game. That's a great dish to Bailey Maupin. Again, the shot clock winds down. Here's Gia Cook to Wheeler. A three. Short, but she got her own rebound. She'll take it baseline against Malone, but she stepped out. Texas Tech ball. Lady Raiders setting up shop in the half court. Here's Maupin to Nunez. And now Fritz on the near side wing. Quick passing here from the Lady Raiders. Mid-range from Maupin is good. Back-to-back baskets for the senior from Groover, Texas. Wheeler might have a hole to go all the way. Gives it to McCray, who is triple-teamed on the low block. Harrison got it as it squirted away, and then it fell to Malone. Another West Virginia turnover, back-to-back possessions. Jumper by Snuda Collins, averaging just over 14 per game. The Lady Raiders lead by 5 in the first quarter. They've made each of their last 3 field goal attempts.
And you've got to be aware when she checks into the basketball game. West Virginia right now going man on a miss, zone matchup on a make. So you got to find Collins and lock her down. Whoever is supposed to be on her needs to find her.
Lady Raiders so good at defending in the half court. They give up just 52 points per game. That's top 5 in the country. McCray with a turnaround. She has all 5.
Well, twice this season, Texas Tech's bench has contributed 40 or more points in a single game. They've scored 30 or more 7 times this season. That's 17th best in the nation, first in the Big 12 for bench points per game. Now, Coach Gerlich says she's had some deep teams before, but not to this level. She knows Collins could be starting anywhere and says she probably should be starting for them. But she and Collins have had a good talk, and both are good with her role of coming off the bench. Coach loves how unified this team is and says their unselfishness is what has made them 16-0 so far this season, Nick.
Great stuff.
She took it on 3 Texas Tech players in transition. This time she is not shying away. She's using her body, getting to the free throw line.
Sometimes that can be an indicator of a good night ahead.
Yeah, when you're feeling good and you're knocking a half-court shot down hours before the game.
Danae Fritz, the redshirt senior for Texas Tech, commits her first personal before the inbound pass. Only Harrison and McCray have scored so far for West Virginia. Can Wheeler change that? Yes, she can. And she drew the foul. West Virginia ties it 10-10. That left side drive, that's now the 15th foul for Texas Tech in the first quarter as West Virginia has a 1-point lead, 11-10. Sanugu near the foul line, gives it to Collins. with those highlighter shoes at the elbow. Maupin, under 5 to shoot. Let's fly. Rebound, West Virginia. Solid defensive possession from the Mountaineers. Harrison to Shaw for 3. Swish.
Anytime you're reaching in, you're putting yourself at risk to be called. That's just kind of how I see it. Although Jordan Harrison has quick hands.
First foul on Harrison. Great rebound by Sanugu. Second chance, no good. Third chance drops. 2-point game as Sarah Sanugu has her first bucket.
And that was just 1-2 by Sanugu. Sydney Shaw was not going to do anything but stand straight up. No need to get a foul there. Just hope that she kind of misdirects, but Sanugu wanted that one.
Texas Tech so active with that weak side help. Shaw to Harrison, and now Wheeler on the baseline. Looping pass to Shaw, who just hit a 3 a moment ago. Can she hit another? Yes! They'll count it as a 2. Foot was on the line. 5 points for Shaw. 4-point West Virginia lead again.
That's all Shaw, because that pass hung in the air.
Fritz, great ball fake into the corner. Nunez back to Fritz. Maupin an open 3. She hit it. 9 points for Bailey Maupin in the first quarter. And a turnover by West Virginia. Fritz got it and then saved it on the far sideline. Extra possession here for the Lady Raiders and a chance to pull back in front.
Maupin just playing extremely confident right now. The player that hit the go-ahead free throws or to seal the game at Baylor for Texas Tech. So no fear and confidence in Maupin.
That is a terrific take by Collins. And 2 teams this good defensively. We expect that it could be that way all night long. So strap in. 5 seconds left. Harrison to Wheeler. Spinning and putting it up. It was deflected. And Texas Tech wins quarter 1.
With the microphone and said, listen, how about you take my job one day and maybe I can go out. I did play high school basketball, Nick, so maybe I can go out there and play some hoops. She'd be way better at TV than I would be at college basketball. But she's got a great future in this, that's for sure. Her personality is huge.
Here's Wheeler to Sydney Woodley in the corner. 3 ball too long. Mountaineers haven't scored in the second quarter. Nunez under 5 to shoot. Great feed inside. Lots of contact too. West Virginia has the ball. Great feed from Harrison to Sydney Woodley. Her first bucket. And on the other end, Sanugu with the bucket.
I think they've done a really nice job. They've settled down. I think you're kind of seeing that right there.
Somebody lost a shoe on the court. It's Maupin playing with no left shoe, defending Shaw. And Shaw scores.
I mean, Shaw did the only and right decision in that entire possession. Your defender doesn't have a shoe. You better score. And again, honestly, at the same token, Maupin doesn't want to get hurt on one possession without a shoe. I'm not defending that either.
That was strange. You don't see that every day. Maupin inside. Ball still loose. West Virginia with possession. Wheeler was the one who was scrapping for it in the key.
And West Virginia has gone back to man-to-man these last few possessions. You can see Texas Tech, they're not moving the ball as well.
Gia Cook. They've turned it over 4 times during that scoreless drought. But here's Bailey Maupin, their leading scorer on the night. She gives it to Bristow. Inside. Sanugu scores it. 6 points for the senior from Paris, France. Shaw for West Virginia. Doubled again. Kicks it to the corner to Cook. Under 5 to shoot. To Shaw for 3. No good. Rebound Wheeler, but it's squirted away from her. And it's Texas Tech ball with about 2 to play until the half. Maupin to Sanugu. Into the corner to Bristow for 3. No good. Rebound Nunez to Fritz. Another triple. That one falls.
And those are the plays that Texas Tech and West Virginia, you have to be able to convert on that. You're not seeing a ton of offense. You're seeing great defense. You're seeing pressure. You're seeing full court press, turnover. So when you get an opportunity like that in the second chance, you got to take it.
A scrap for a loose ball on the far sideline. It's another WVU turnover. Nunez with the aggressive defending there against Shaw. She's a player that Coach Kellogg was really complimentary of today at West Virginia's shoot-around, Meg, saying that she's been great in terms of keeping Texas Tech steady on offense as that steadying presence as a point guard. But it's really on the defensive end where she's made the biggest difference for TTU.
And the crowd is booing, but I get it. You know, you got to have your hair, you got to have it back. You have to have it tight. You have to have it the way you want it. I understand that. I have no problem with that. No, but she's just, we were talking before the game that she's that classic point guard. Pass first, control the tempo, control the game for your team. Maybe get an extra hair tie at halftime.
Nunez, though, hassled by Cook on this possession. She finds Bristow. And now Collins lets fly and hits. Harrison for three in the corner. No good. Rebound McCray, and she scores and draws a foul.
Efficient on the offensive glass with only 1 point prior to this. McCray doing a great job of just being strong, going up, drawing that contact. But there's that free throw that Coach Kellogg was talking about. If you're going to get there, you got to knock those down, especially in a game like this where points are becoming hard to come by. McCray
is now 1 for 3 from the free throw line in the game. And the Mountaineers just forced another turnover.
I mean, these teams are they are literally just trading off. Okay, it's your turn for offense for a minute. Okay, now I think it's our turn for offense for a minute. I mean, it's unbelievable.
That's 3 fouls on Bristow, by the way. She's the first Lady Raider with 3. Final 30 seconds. Cook to Harrison. Can she hit it from the corner? Yes. One-point game. Texas Tech still in front and a chance to add to its lead before the half. Both of these teams excel defensively. Maupin.
I think Maupin just did a better job of hanging in the air. You could tell by the shot. She had no intention of even making the layup. It was to draw contact all along. The shot went completely over the backboard. Well played by Bailey Maupin.
What a career she's had at Texas Tech. 4th season as a Lady Raider, scoring in double figures in each of her 4 seasons. She has 14 per game this season, 11 tonight. Lady Raiders up 3. 5 seconds left. Can Shaw hit one more here for WVU before the half? She got it off, and in and out. One of these teams is going to walk away 4-0. One of them is going to walk away with a second quad 1 win. Who's it going to be? We've got 20 minutes to figure that out. West Virginia and Texas Tech, second half underway at Hope Coliseum. Jordan Harrison, Carter McCray, Mimi Wheeler, Gia Cook, and Sydney Shaw out there for the Mountaineers. And it's Harrison who scores it on the opening possession to bring it back to a 1-point game. Harrison now West Virginia's leader in scoring with 8. Nunez, Collins, Fritz, Sarah Sanugu, and Maupin, the original starting 5 for Texas Tech, out there to start the second half. And here's Maupin. Now Sanugu surveying and giving it back to Maupin, the team's leading scorer in the game with 11 points. 4 on the timer. Maupin kicks it out to Fritz for 3. She hits.
That's just well played by Maupin. Jordan Harrison completely hedged, thinking Maupin's coming and using that screen. There was no help. Kick it to that corner, wide open.
Lady Raiders up by 4 early in the 3rd. McCray through traffic. It's out to Harrison. Good pump fake. Shaw, open look for 3. And she got it.
Good looks, not forced looks, not quick looks. Good looks where you're drawing defense. She can set her feet and she can let it fly.
Second 3 of the night for Shaw, essentially nullifying the second 3 of the night from Fritz a moment ago. Here's Fritz again, had her pocket picked. Harrison poked it loose. Cook got it for WVU. Now Harrison scores it, and West Virginia leads. 2 Mountaineers in double figures. Shaw and Harrison starting hot in the 3rd quarter as Hope Coliseum comes alive. Mountaineers leading number 17 Texas Tech 35-34. Collins underneath scores. She has 11, and Tech is in front again.
I love that response from Collins. Just takes that bump from Wheeler. Still able to be under control and just lay it up.
What a game we've got here tonight in Morgantown. Wheeler, mid-range jumper. West Virginia back in front. Nunez, down low. Good D by McCray, but Sanugu has it. Puts her on her hip. Oh, McCray with a rejection.
Texas Tech is known as the shot blocking team. Going to take a look at her family there.
Sure, they're fired up after that swat from McCray. West Virginia's team leader in blocks now has 13 for the season. Collins just a touch short, but Nunez has the offensive board. Inside to Jada Malone. Working against McCray. Spun by her and scored.
Don't come down, make one pass, two passes just because the shot clock's at 12. Keep moving the ball, keep working, keep allowing your teammates. Don't allow your teammates to stand and watch you work.
Wheeler got it down low, then spit it back out to Harrison. Harrison against Nunez to the elbow. 5 to shoot. Harrison with a hezzy inside. Great feed to McCray, who scores.
That was a beautiful play by Jordan Harrison.
Back and forth we go, Meg. How about this? 10 lead changes. West Virginia in front again. Collins is fouled by Cook.
And then she just has that great vision, finding those posts underneath.
That's why she's two-time All Big 12. Collins, this next free throw could give Texas Tech a 1-point lead again. And she makes it. 13 points for Collins, the only player in the country who's played in every game but hasn't started and still leads her team in scoring on the year. Wheeler down low to McCray. McCray, oh, that's a tough finish. Beautiful from the junior from Ohio.
I mean, that footwork. She is so consistent and efficient, and I've been saying that for a few games after watching West Virginia now. She finishes so efficiently. That is beautiful work. Taking a brunt from Malone, too.
Fritz to Nunez, wide open for 3. Rebound Texas Tech, back to Nunez, second chance, missed it again. Rebound Maupin, 2 offensive rebounds on this possession. A third 3 is good from Bailey Maupin.
I mean, that's tough for West Virginia. I think they were doing such a great job of boxing out, and then everyone kind of stood like, well, now who's getting the rebound? I'm boxing out, who's going to secure the rebound? You got to go release and get that rebound, but great job from Texas Tech of finally rewarding themselves.
Harrison with a terrific dish to Carter McCray, and one again for the junior transfer from Wisconsin. A matchup between the only teams in the Big 12 who are still unbeaten in league play. Carter McCray converts an and one. She has 14. Number 17 Red Raiders trail, but have a chance here to take the lead. Maupin missed it. Rebound West Virginia. Here comes Gia Cook in transition. 2-on-1 to Mimi Wheeler. Got it.
Well played by Gia Cook. She saw Wheeler coming, gave her enough time to catch, finish. They're getting high percentage shots. Great defense there by Mimi Wheeler as Blacklock continues to struggle here quickly as she got into the game, but they're getting high percentage shots. They're getting to the paint. And right there it is.
Ridiculous. The ball fake and the windmill to score it. 5-point West Virginia lead. Harrison has a dozen.
But they're getting to the rim. That's exactly what they're doing.
Blacklock in the corner, kicks it across to an open Fritz. She hit there before, earlier in the corner, and hits again. Danae Fritz, 9 points, all from beyond the arc. West Virginia, 9 for 10 as a team in the third quarter. Final 2 minutes. 5 on the timer. Harrison to Cook for 3. In and out. Rebound McCray. Cook to Shaw. Now Harrison. Wide open. Drano. Not to mention the hottest player on the floor in this quarter. 9 third quarter points for the Oklahoma City native, Jordan Harrison.
And Jordan Harrison did not want to take that. You're thinking about it. So the fact that it was actually, nothing but net.
To bring it back to a one-possession game, she'll go to the line.
Yeah, Bristow's been a little quiet here. We know that she's had those fouls early on, which really inhibits the way that you play. So she needs to get going here for Texas Tech.
And the 77% free throw shooter for the season missed that one, so it remains a 3-point West Virginia lead here in the final minute of the third quarter. Harrison inside, and she'll go to the line. It's a foul on Bristow, and that's her 4th.
And now you have to sit on the bench with 4 fouls.
Harrison is West Virginia's best free throw shooter, 83% for the season. First one goes down. She has 16 points. Not to mention that Harrison is one of the top 5 foul shooters in the conference. She's got 16 against the Lady Raiders tonight. Make it 17, a double-digit third quarter. Lady Raiders down by 5. Fritz to Sarah Sanugu. Gives it to Maupin. Under 30 seconds left. Single digits on the shot clock. And a foul on the entry pass. That's Mimi Wheeler's second. Solid free throw shooter for Texas Tech. 75% on the year. One of the unsung heroes on this team, according to Coach Gerlich. And she swishes both. 4 points for Malone. 3-point game. Cook has only made 1 field goal tonight. She has the ball now. 6 seconds left. Nearly lost it on her own. Cook still dribbling. Gets it inside to Woodley. Alley-oop! In and out. Oh. 10 of 13. That was near record pace for WVU. So let's bring in Amanda Mazey to the conversation. Coach Kellogg told Amanda at halftime that West Virginia always plays well in the third quarter, and that's what happened here tonight, Amanda.
Yeah, absolutely. Versatility. It's every coach's game plan, and Coach Kellogg, well, he's no different. He wants his team to be good enough to win either way, having a phenomenal night offensively or defensively. He says each game calls for different scenarios, something they just experienced in Kansas. He said against KU, they needed to be good offensively. At K-State, the exact opposite. Defense won the game.
This is Snetta Collins, Texas Tech's leading scorer on the season, misses in the key. In a game as tight as this one, though, Meg, West Virginia has to capitalize on these types of situations. Mountaineers have forced a fair few turnovers with 15 points off those turnovers tonight. McCray will go to the free throw.
If she can square her shoulders, it's going in. Clearly right there, her shoulders were squared to the baseline. So.
Second free throw here for West Virginia. McCray goes 1 for 2. Collins lost it.
Really nice job of locking Collins up. Sydney Shaw has done an incredible job playing her so tight that she really hasn't been able to go off the way that she usually does.
Harrison goes to the line.
Don't give Jordan Harrison the lane. You've seen what she's done in the third quarter getting to the lane.
Jordan Harrison ended shoot-around today by swishing a half-court shot. And she's been in the zone since this game began. With those heavy bounces, lets it go. 5 for 5 from the line. 19 for the savvy senior for WVU. Mountaineers by 6. It's their largest lead. Maupin inside to Bristow. Mid-range J. No good. Still loose. Texas Tech corrals it. Nunez to a clapping Maupin for 3, and she knocked it down.
There has been answer for answer. Great hustle there from Maupin. She came from the middle of the floor just about. Giving the West Virginia fans a smile. She almost dove right into them, but beautiful answer. Right, I thought that was an important time. Not that there's not a lot of time here. And beautifully played by Maupin.
That flourish by the senior for Texas Tech is a reminder that sometimes it's about desire. Sometimes it's about want. On the season said when defensive teams link up, sometimes it's about who wants it more, and we're going to want it more. You should quote that. That's a direct quote from Cook.
And we heard Amanda. She is a huge personality. Every time you go and attempt to get a rebound without a foul, I mean, there's this game. That's how tight this game is. You have to stay so focused while maintaining that energy and effort.
Nunez with a fantastic feed to Jada Malone.
Always looking to pass even that deep in the lane and that open.
Harrison swatted by Nunez. McCray on the underside of the rim. And a foul. And if that's on Malone, it is 5. So with 5:12 to go, replaced here by Adley Blacklock, the senior from Lubbock. McCray will go to the line for 2. Missed the first. West Virginia will shoot 2 after each foul for the remainder of regulation. McCray goes 0 for here, and West Virginia, after a terrific third quarter, has gone ice cold. Mountaineers just 1 of 11 from the field and 3 of 8 from the free throw line.
Again, right now, Krista Gerlich, you can keep Collins and Bristow on the bench with those 4 fouls. As long as you can maintain this possession, 3 points, get a score here, keep it close, keep it tight so you're not putting those players in with 4 fouls.
Maupin with a floater, got her own rebound, and then put it in. Bailey Maupin with 19 points. Cook almost lost her footing. Wheeler gave it back to her. Cook, the kick to Wheeler. Spinning, driving. Wheeler is fouled.
Just tremendous. Only 11 at half, 19 now here in this fourth quarter.
Mimi Wheeler was fouled. Quick note on Maupin, her teammates Collins and Bristow also averaged double figures on the year, but both of them have 4 fouls apiece and have been limited in the second half for Texas Tech. So Maupin may have to continue to put the team on her shoulders late. Wheeler with the steal. Out to Shaw. Cook is wide open in the corner and missed it. But a great offensive rebound by Wheeler for West Virginia to keep possession. 3-point WVU lead, final 4 minutes. Nick Farrell, Meg Bulger, Amanda Mazey with you. Winner of this one, sole possession of first place in the Big 12. Foul on the screen.
Nunez gets caught. Jordan Harrison even kind of got caught, but you're not getting over top of that. If anything, you got to come underneath that and be ready for Wheeler to come into the paint.
Texas Tech over the fouling limit. This game might come down to free throws for WVU. It's been a pressure point for Coach Kellogg all season. His team just 70% from the foul.
The aggressive nature, every single rebound.
Oh, it's just a miscommunication there between...
She thought Nunez was coming for a handoff. But even then, we talked earlier about at this type of game, you have to secure every pass, secure every rebound, secure every possession. That's not securing anything there. You got to be sure of it at this point.
West Virginia's just made 1 field goal in the fourth quarter, 1 for 15 after that miss by Shaw. No field goals made in the last 5 minutes for WVU.
Yeah, the last couple of possessions, I think they've taken way too quick of shots. Exactly right here. Collins draws a foul, gets to the free throw line. It could be someone fouling out or sending you to the free throw line. Now Collins comes in and an opportunity for a 3-point play.
3 fouls on Porter McCray. Collins can make it a 1-point game with this free throw. She's 2 for 2 in the game. And it's spun out. Rebound Bristow. Chance to tie or take the lead for Tech. Maupin for 3. Hits it. Texas Tech leads. And a timeout called by Texas Tech coach Krista Gerlich.
Texas Tech chase you out there. Have someone go for a reach. Mimi Wheeler, McCray, you got to allow them to work inside. You got to get some sort of interior pass, work in the post, and preferably whoever Bristow is guarding with 4 fouls.
Wheeler at the elbow. 8 to shoot. Wheeler working inside. Kick to Harrison for 3. Missed it. Rebound Texas Tech. Huge rebound for the Lady Raiders as we enter the final minute. Texas Tech, one of just 4 unbeaten teams remaining in the nation, leads West Virginia by 1, trying to maintain the best start in program history. Bristow to Nunez to Maupin. Maupin inside. Lots of contact and a foul. She'll go to the line.
But you're still sending Maupin to the free throw line.
Maupin is Texas Tech's best free throw shooter. She's 3 for 3 tonight. Give her a game-high 23 points. 7 unanswered for Texas Tech to lead by 3 in the final minute. And a timeout taken by West Virginia coach Mark Kellogg.
And have Sydney Shaw come up behind, and Mimi Wheeler can find her.
How quickly do they score in the shot clock, Meg, or at least try to score?
10, 15 seconds. Yeah, you can't let this go on too long.
Mountaineers down by 3. Harrison and Shaw, the only Mountaineers with multiple 3-pointers made in the game. Harrison inside, has an open path to the basket and puts it in. 22 points for her, back to a 1-point game with 24.7 to go.
Don't allow Maupin to get the basketball, though. That's first and foremost. She doesn't get the ball on this entry bounce.
They're double bound pass. Collins has it. Harrison defending, and then the foul. About 5 seconds came off the clock. This is Collins at the free throw line. First one is in, 16 points.
West Virginia still with 2 timeouts left, so on a miss, you'd like to think that Coach Kellogg might just let them come down the court, but he doesn't even have to make that decision.
What a game. Number 17, Texas Tech leading West Virginia by 3. Mountaineers have the ball. If they lose this game, they will rue a disappointing fourth quarter, but there's still time to rescue it. Maybe not. Bailey Maupin just stripped Gia Cook. And now Maupin will go to the line, and this could be it.
She couldn't have moved. She has 4 fouls, but I would have preferred Sydney Shaw way deeper in that corner as Gia Cook came around the corner, because it was Sydney Shaw's help that was able to come in and deflect.
Maupin missed the first. And she does. 67-63. If Texas Tech was going to win this game, it had to be Maupin, and it was tonight. Still 13.7 left. West Virginia needs a bucket here and turns it over again. Texas Tech has the arrow with 10 seconds left. And after 2 poor turnovers by WVU in the final seconds, this one,
I mean, it's going to shake up awfully quick here.
Nunez got it in. Harrison commits the foul. That's her 5th.
When you look at a player like Collins, only 24 minutes tonight, 4 fouls, still comes off the bench, 17 points, 6 to 12, and gets to the free throw line. With someone like that coming off the bench, now you could say, okay, yeah, sure, she's coming off the bench, but tonight she truly was with those 4 fouls.
19 points for Collins. West Virginia has dominated this series. Gia Cook for 3. She hits it. Might be too little, too late. It's a 3-point game.
Hey, not if you can deny, get a stop.
Foul to send Maupin to the free throw line. West Virginia had won 14 of the last 15 meetings in this series before tonight, and had only lost to Texas Tech twice here at Hope Coliseum. Maupin makes it a 2-possession game again, and that ties her season high with 26. And a new season high for Maupin with 27, 71-66. Coach Krista Gerlich said Hope Coliseum is a tough place to play. That musket scares her every single time. But guess what?